And your friend from Austin, Texas.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Braemar Arena, Edina, Minnesota. It is Night 5 in Season 8 of the Beauty League. My name is John Connolly. Here for Flow Sports, we'll be covering all three games tonight. It's a triple cast and going to be a lot of fun. We open up with Tradition and Anderson. And observers of the Beauty League have remarked that haven't had a lot of close games, but the teams are packed together, bunched in the standings. And I'll be talking about where these teams fall as we've now crossed over the midpoint of the regular season upon the completion of tonight's games. There are 9 games in the regular season, followed by a semifinal. Only the top 4 will make the playoffs, so 4 out of 6. Very important for these teams to stay off the bottom of the table. Opening up Tradition, they are to my left, and the Anderson group to my right. Anderson group is wearing a gunmetal gray. It probably looks black if you're watching at home. Blue shoulders, white stripes. And Tradition white, black stripes, and a wine-colored number. Red wine. Deep red wine. Let's walk you through the rosters for the Anderson group. Our forwards tonight: Odin Tufto, Joey Miller, Teddy Bluger, Jack Becker, Brock Nelson, Hudson Fashing, Mike Riley, Matt Anderson, Justin Hall, Ben Brinkman on defense. And in goal, Christian Mans. And for Tradition, their goaltender, Casimir Kaskasuo. On defense, Aaron Ness, James Maroney, Grant Doctor, whoop, whoop, Sam Malinsky, and Rob Stucker. And up front, Blake Lizotte. That is Lizzo's Beauty League debut this year. He played, seemed like all the games last year, but we haven't seen him yet. Another DBL debut for 2023. Casey Middlestat up front. Connor Kurth. Goal went viral, as it was tweeted out. Not only by the league, also by Flo. Blake McLaughlin and Ben Myers. Those are your forwards. Last week, we had a couple blowouts, but that final game was the first of the year to go to the popcorn shootout. Fingers crossed we get to see 3 of those today. There's nothing quite like a shootout in the Beauty League. If you haven't seen it, let's pray for one. They are fun. All right. Worth mentioning, on the SportsCenter Top 10 last week, the number 2 play of the day was a Riley Tufte goal in the Beauty League. That was exciting to see that. That definitely went viral. Tradition 2-2, Anderson group 1-2-1. I mentioned the teams are tightly bunched in the standings. Tradition Could be in the top 3 with a win today. And Anderson really wants to avoid a loss. We have a guest for the second night, trumpet player. We had him playing some welcoming music as they came to the ice like you're at a horse track or a highlight race. This is Ryan Dufresne. He's here from Austin, Texas, and he absolutely slayed on the national anthem on Monday. And we can expect a repeat. I'm going to pause, be quiet. Ryan Dufresne, ladies and gentlemen.
So right now, Ryan Dufresne and his rendition of the Star Spangled Banner.
Wow, Ryan Dufresne, Star Spangled Banner. That was fantastic. Gonna miss him next week. He was here Monday, he was here tonight, and can't wait for him to grace DBL with his presence, hopefully in weeks or years to come. Tradition in white on our left, Anderson Group over on the right. Starting lineups, I see Teddy Bluger. I see Brock Nelson. Justin Hall, and Mike Riley. The NHL players love to play with each other. The good example. On the other side, Ben Myers, Robbie Stucker. Puck is dropped, and we are off. Stretching it up to Brock Nelson off the bat, and he runs into some static there. Puck turns over, and trying to find a way outside the zone. It's Tradition. Stucker, this pass gets away, and now it's Bluger taking the pass, shoveling it up high, and that one is saved by our goaltender, Casimir Kaskasuo. And yes, we believe that is a GoPro on his head. Brock Nelson on the bounce. Retreats back into his own end. Back to Nelson, zone entry, Bluger. Over to Riley. Riley looking for a tip down low. Instead it deflects off the defender's stick. I believe that's Grant Doctor. Stucker on the exit. Makes the pass. Ben Myers through the neutral zone. He gains the red line, gains the blue line. Top of the circle, fakes the shot. Gets it over for Blake Lizotte. No shot coming. And with the turnover, this is Justin Hall the other way. We're 1 minute into this 23-minute runtime half. 23 minutes for each half. If the game's close at the end, I think it's within 2 or 3 goals in the final 2 or 3 minutes, they'll stop the clock. Other than that, it's just running time. Lizotte hits Kurth. Zone entry. Malinsky stays onside. Puck turns over and back to Kurth. Nice play by Malinsky. And now picked up by Odin Tufto. Fashing hits the overlapping Tufto. Brinkman on the point. Instead, he goes to the slot with it, and it's finished off by Matt Anderson. Matt Anderson makes it 1-0 for the Anderson Group. So nice, they named the team after him. And he repays the favor by bearing the opening goal tonight. We're 2 minutes in. The Anderson Group on top, 1-0. Brinkman over to Miller. It's a little overlapping pass to Becker. Becker has an interesting stat line. 8 goals in DBL action. No assists. So he's a trigger man. He loves to shoot, and he's been bearing it. 8 is right up around the league lead. I think we have Ben Myers with 9. I don't know if anybody's got double digits. Brinkman gets an assist on the goal. This is Casey Middlestad. Oh, what a beautiful pass. He fed Maroney. Gets away from him, and now Maroney down low. Puck bounces away. Gathered up by Maroney. Played back to Stucker. Into the slot area. Pinballs around and somehow winds up over on the stick of Stucker. The Stucker stick, if you will. Oh, Maroney rolls off of his blade. McLaughlin never took the shot. Into the slot for Stucker. Backhand wide. Casey Middlestad. Stucker over to Doctor. And that one got outside the zone. They'll have to tag up. This is Becker. He's heading off ice and makes the pass to Reinke. No, Riley. Myers. That pass does not quite connect. Played behind the goal by Christian Mans. League not known to be real friendly for goaltenders, but he had a great night the one night he played. He got the win, only allowed 5 goals, and that was a gaudy save percentage of 85.7, and in DBL action, that is lofty. Nelson down low, goes for the wrap stuff. Got knocked down in the process, and the puck winds up back on the stick of Ben Myers. They get the pass up ice and zone entry. Lizotte plays Doctor, back to Lizotte, but stolen by Nelson, and he's going to make a soft toss over to Hall. Little hustle on the back check allows Doctor to steal Lizotte. Myers with the shot, blocker pad saved by Mans. Anderson Group plays it out through Bluger. Over to Hall, back to Bluger. He's got Nelson on the left-hand side. Nelson into the slot area. Hall, that shot gets deflected, goes wide. Connor Kurth with the steal. He heads up ice, tearing across the red line, gains the blue line. He's just going to shoot this one. Actually tried to stick handle around that last defender and take it to the house. He saw when he hit the blue line, the defender was cheating over on his wingman. Kind of knew he wasn't going to pass into traffic, and Kurth buries the goal. Connor Kurth, his second of the season. He didn't dilly-dally. He just fired it, buried that one. So, folks, it's real nice. I had an opportunity last night we were here. So Monday night, a couple ladies said, hey, we're season ticket holders, come to all the games, missed one, had to watch online, and so they really enjoyed it. So it was nice to hear. I walked in today and saw Jen Kurth, Connor's mom, and she said, you know, I couldn't come, but I watched online, saw the goal. And then supposedly grandparents watching as well. So Ness Middlestad, Mans makes the save. So anyway, I just share that with you to let you know how nice it is to hear that somebody that's watching took the time to let me know. If you ever happen to come by DBL in person, swing by the broadcast booth, say hi. We'd love to hear from you. Connor Kurth down low. He tried a little lacrosse maneuver, but couldn't get the puck on his stick and elevate. And played up left-hand side. This is Anderson, stolen by Kurth. Those two are the goal scorers. We're knotted up at 1. Connor Kurth, snap pass, bouncing. Fashing zone entry, hits the top of the circle and pulls the trigger. This one gets deflected up and out of play. We are 7 minutes into a tied first half. Both teams opting for a line change, and we'll have a face-off over to the left of goaltender Casimir Kaskasuo. Becker in the face-off circle. Draw one, however, by tradition. And they're going to break it up on the penalty box side through Lizotte. He tries a slow roller that McLaughlin can't quite run under. And now flying up the other way, this is Riley. Thought the defender flat-footed, takes it all the way down. Tried to slide it past the goaltender, but a huge save made by Kaskisuo. And now on the counterattack, this is McLaughlin. Overlapping Doctor, doesn't pass, takes the shot instead. That's deflected up and out of play off of Christian Mans. And a rare stoppage here. We don't have a lot of whistles in DBL action. A lot of times when it hits the netting like that, the attacking team will step back out to the neutral zone and play will continue. But I'm going to start this one a little bit tighter enforcement following the book. I don't even know if there is a Beauty League rule book. There's Becker with the shot. That one hits the back glass. I know, oh, look at this one. There's a good opportunity to finish for Justin Hall. I know that they've got some explanation of gameplay where they've got a couple rules written down, but it's not a book. It's just a short paragraph. There's McLaughlin and a huge save by Mans. Down low, McLaughlin leaves it for Malinsky. Centering pass, Ness buries it, 2-1, Tradition leads. Aaron Ness. Kind of slithered through there like a ghost. Nobody marked him, and he said, "Thank you very much. I'll bury that one." His first of the year, he had 0 goals, 3 assists. Brock Nelson leaves it for Brinkman. Brinkman swings wide, takes it down to the goal line. Turnover to Kurth, but he can't win the puck away from Nelson, who regains possession for the Anderson group. Back to Brinkman on the point. Nelson, he's trapped, fights through the double team, gets the pass off to Brinkman, but now on the counterattack. Anderson with the steal. Brock Nelson thought he might have been offsides, but neither of our referees felt the same. Play continues. Bluger. Anderson. Stolen by Ness. One thing we've seen quite often this year is the big shift. We've seen some players that are quiet for a while and then get 2 on one shift. We even had a hat trick on one shift. So keep an eye when you see a player score like Aaron Ness did there. Can they get another one? Same shift. Malinsky the trailer. He's got Kurth on the... Oh, Kurth was over there on that weak side. The pass came over and rolled right through the hole in the stick. That allows the Anderson group to bring it up the other way. Bluger takes it from Nelson, fights against Myers down to the back wall. Bluger plays Riley. Nelson skates through the double team, maintains possession. And, oh, he almost turned it over to Maroney. Now this is Hall down low, trying to pull it around Kaskisuo for the finish. Nice poke check by the Finn. Speaking of finish. Stucker. You know, I keep saying, I said it quite a bit the first couple weeks. I keep saying the Finn. I'm assuming he's finished. I haven't actually looked it up this season. There's a shot from Hall and a blocker pad save by goaltender Kaskisuo. Tufto hits Riley, top of the circle. A little hesitation move, takes the shot. Hits the stick of Stucker, the Stucker stick, and gets knocked down. Fashing plays his defensive partner, Riley. Riley, oh, he found Tufto. That dribbles just wide. Riley. Into the slot area. Maroney calling for it is Middlestat. Unable to locate him. Instead, it's played by Mans. Middlestat peels out, and it's played to Tufto, who hits Fashing. Fashing trying to shed Middlestat, but instead he got knotted up with him. Brinkman gains the zone. Sets up on the half wall. Tufto Centering pass. Middlestat with the steal. The middle steal. Fashing pokes it away. Beyond the outstretched arm of Ness. Played by Brinkman to Tufto. And he looked for Fashing over on that back door, but it sailed right past his stick. Now it's Middlestat. He's got Lazat. And the pass came in a little bit behind Middlestat, who gets it down low. Doctor tries to shovel it up high, knock down, and save and a cover. Christian Mans. "10 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this 23-minute half. We're into the second quarter, if you will. Ben Myers in the face-off circ. Wins the draw, but splits the uprights. Myers has it poked away. Ness steps in. Nice pass up to Ben Myers. Gets to the top of the circle. He pulls the trigger. This one gets deflected up. Must have hit the netting because I didn't hear any glass, but play continues. Short pass. Anderson group trying to find a way out is Becker. He looks off Joey Miller, and instead, 2 passes later, they hit Brinkman's zone entry, and Miller's in that center lane, tracking toward the goal. The puck bounces to him. Little spin move down low, but shot not coming, and now this one's lofted out to the neutral zone. They're trying to get it up ice for Ness and Myers. Myers has Ness, and Ness denied. Nice save by Christian Mann. He sold the farm there, dove out, hit him in the chest. And this one is Mans going side to side very, very quickly. Caught just enough of it for that puck to hit the outside netting. Excellent goaltending right there by Christian Mans. That's a goal, folks. The other end, it looked like a garden variety save for Kaskasuo, but the Vaseline puck for Jack Becker slid through there, and it makes this a 2-2 game, right? Anderson was trailing 2-1. Believe that one's going to be credited to Jack Becker, and we are tied.
Scoring for the Anderson group, number 28, Jack Becker. Assistant number 22, Justin Hall.
Justin Hall gets an assist on the Becker goal. That's Hall down low, and now it's stolen by Kurth, who tries to get around Hall. Makes the pass up the left-hand side to Marooney. Malinsky. Shot, oh, what a kick save. Getting that leg stretched out was goaltender Mans. Down low Nelson, looking for Hall. He sweeps in, works the perimeter, leaves it for Riley. Riley with a, I think that was a passing shot. It looked like he was sending it on the ice level looking for a tip. Nobody there to deflect it, and now regrouping back into his own end is Justin Hall. Justin Hall's got a sticker from Meijer, which is a grocery chain in Detroit. And interesting how NHL started putting sponsorship opportunities on the helmets, and they're really almost unnoticeable. You know, you used to joke when you saw those professional players from European leagues about all the logos on the jersey and sometimes even all over the ice. But NHL, very subtly, and NBA too for that matter, have been able to get some sponsorship onto these uniforms and not too intrusive. So it's got a Meijer sticker, and if you follow youth hockey, there's Meijer teams that play at the Tier 1 level. Their helmet stickers look the same. 6:40 to go in the opening half. Anderson. Back to Anderson. A little give and go with Tufto. Now he plays the other side. Ben Brinkman corkscrews himself into the corner. Brinkman, he's got Anderson on the back door. They can't get the puck over to him, however. And now there's a stretch pass on the bounce. Casey Middlestat for the finish. Denied. Huge save by Christian Mans. Middlestat leaves it for Stucker. Nobody home in the slot. It comes back to Doctor on the point. Doctor. Oh, what a steal here by Lizotte. And Lizotte thought he had a teammate, but instead he gave it away. A little giveaway there to Anderson. And now Matt Anderson one more time. Zone entry. Tufto, who hits Fashing. Gets it around Stucker, but no shot coming. Puck into the slot area. The play fizzles from there. Lizotte up the left-hand side. Middlestat shows forehand. Left-handed shot. Swings wide. Trying to get it back to Lizotte or anybody else entering the zone. Instead, he spins and shoots. Tries to go high. Another nice save by Christian Mans. Over to Malinsky. Little double pump fake there. No shot coming. And now they work it to Ness. Down low. Middlestat, his shot just wide. Malinsky in the slot area. Got a stick on it. Another save for Mans. Malinsky trying to stick handle in a phone booth there. Everybody gets onside, and it's zone re-entry for Blake Lizotte. Lizotte got the goaltender down, but he couldn't get the shot off as there was a slight deflection from that Anderson defenseman. Justin Hall has got Joey Miller and Becker. Over to Miller, down to Becker. Miller wants it back. Pass doesn't get through. Aaron Ness, great job breaking that up. 4.5 minutes to go. Riley, he sends it down deep for Becker. Justin Hall rolls it out to the blue line where it's played by Mike Riley. Miller. Hall wants it in the slot. Got 2 cracks at it, but a couple saves made by Kaskasuo. And working the perimeter, this is Mike Riley. Riley again. Riley over to Miller. Miller's pass got knocked down, and with the turnover, here comes Ben Myers. Into the slot area, left there for Maroon. He gets the goaltender down, ran out of room, however, the shot hits the outside of the net. Ben Myers, down low Marooney. 3.5 minutes to go, still tied here. Stucker, he curls to his forehand, plays it out top to Marooney. McLaughlin. Back to Marooney. Can't get past Miller, however. Bounces back to Myers. Ben Myers greeted by Justin Hall, who pokes it over to Bluger. Bluger trying to push that puck up ahead to Brock Nelson. It's McLaughlin. His pass bounces off the wall, picked up. Oh, there's a good scoring chances. Doctor got it into the slot area and taking a swat at it, but unable to get it past the goaltender was James Marooney. 2.5 minutes to go. Face-off comes to the left of Christian Mans. Draw one back to Doctor. Myers. Left-hand side, Bluger hits Brock Nelson. And he tucks it just inside the post. Brock Nelson puts the Anderson group on top. 3-2. I think that's a good example of how to use your wingman. Brock Nelson came in kind of 2-on-1-ish, and he didn't pass, but he used Teddy Bluger the whole way. He kept looking over there, and that encouraged the defender to go toward Bluger, and it froze the goaltender. And then when he decided to take his shot, had a little bit of daylight and slid it inside the post. Connor Kurth splitting the defenders, and he's unable to finish. That one goes just wide. Brock Nelson, zone entry. Pretty easy with the height of some of these beauty leaguers to protect the puck. We saw a good example of it there from Brock Nelson. This is Blake McLaughlin. Oh, Connor Kurth again lights the lamp. And we're back to tied, his second of the game. And the Connor Kurth cheering section. 2 rows in front of me. Making a little bit of noise. He's poised for a big year with the University of Minnesota Gophers. I think for the Connor Kurths and the Jack Michael, Nick Michael, trying to think of the guys, that are college level players. Christian Mans, junior hockey player. These guys that come out and go toe to toe and have a good showing against the beauty leaguers. They're getting ready for the season. They got to feel 10 feet tall. 15 seconds to go in the half. Down low, Middlestat. And he tried to find a way to either get the pass through to Kurth, didn't like what he saw, or shovel the shot up over the shoulder of Mans, unable to squeeze it in. That is how the half ends. Folks, it is 3-3 halftime score. You are watching the Beauty League on Flo. Going to take a break. About 2 minutes. We'll be back with second half action. This is John Conley from Braemar Arena, Edina, Minnesota.
Tradition is a family Minnesota-based company working for the good of our communities with connecting the dots for all your land development, financial services, and home building needs. Learn more at traditioncode.com. Over 100 years of business, Tradition takes pride in the people and projects for land development, financial services, and home building. A reminder, we're on the Mondays and Wednesdays for the rest of the season. And again, tonight we'll be doing the equipment drive in partnership with Tradition. Dynamites. We ask you to bring new and used equipment this week to support the Dynamites. Get a chance to win a Tradition jersey from the Beauty League. We're also doing that fabulous 55-inch TV giveaway. One of you will walk away with a 55-inch brand new TV from our friends at Element. Scan your QR code and announce the winner in our third game in the first half. 3-3 and a 1.
And the puck is dropped after a short break. Second half begins. The teams have switched ends. It is still 3-3. And this is Casey Middlestat with the zone entry for Tradition. He rolls it out top. Blake Lazat on the give back. Stucker couldn't quite get the tip. Shot. And the rebound, Odin Tufto the other way. Justin Hall. They missed him on the trail. He was trying to figure out where to go to give Riley a target. And one was zigging while the other was zagging. Suffice to say, the play fizzled in a hurry. Justin Hall on the zone re-entry. Great job protecting the puck. And now they pass the perimeter over to Fashing. It gets knocked down and headed the other way. Aaron Ness. Lazat, Middlestat trailing his Stucker. Stucker, top of the circle, takes a shot. Fires it just wide. Goaltender Christian Mans again in good position. There. Oh, Middlestat had a chance to deflect it past the goaltender. Couldn't quite get the puck redirected, and now it turns over. This is Hudson Fashing the other way. Working against Marooney, rings the post. Puck's got some pain on it as it's picked up by Justin Hall. Tufto trying to get it outside the zone. McLaughlin knocks it down. And, headed toward the goal was Malinsky. Didn't miss by much. Ben Myers out with Malinsky, the blue helmets, part of the Colorado Avalanche organization. Streaking up the wall, Odin Tufto. Hall in the slot. Plays the low option instead, and there's a shot from Brock Nelson. Marooney And he gets it over to Malinsky for the finish. Malinsky from Marooney 2 minutes in, and Tradition has taken a lead in the second half, 4-3. Malinsky from Marooney.
Tradition goal scored by number 28, Sam Malinsky. Assistant number 16, James Marooney. And number 59.
They got a secondary assist there to Ben Myers, so 2 assists on the goal. Ben Myers gets in on that one as well, and he was 9 goals, 1 assist entering tonight, 10 points, one of the league leaders in scoring. Malinsky hits Myers. Myers curls away from Becker into the high traffic area, and now it's grabbed by McLaughlin. 20 minutes to go. We're 3 minutes deep into the second half. Game very promising here, as some of them have been one-sided recently. Like I said, the games themselves, we've had some not so close one-sided games, but the standings are bunched. So it hasn't been, the same team consistently winning or losing. It's kind of been night to night. Over to McLaughlin. He's got Myers. Instead, he walks it all the way down and got it into that low slot area, went for the finish and couldn't find a way to get it past Christian Mans. Played to Malinsky. Out here with Kurth. Kurth's got 2 working on the hat trick. Over to Kurth. Walks it down to the end wall. Plays it back to Dr. Malinsky. Lazat gets it down low. Oh, Doctor with the finish, or was it Kurth? It's either Doctor or Kurth took that. Well, Doctor took the pass from Lazat. I don't know if it got tipped again, but 5-3, what can you say? A beautiful start to the second half for Tradition. We're going to listen to Jim Carroll, see if it goes. It is Grant Doctor. It is, in fact, Grant Doctor. That's get credit for the goal. This is Nelson. Bouncing puck stolen by Lazat. Kurth with him. Kurth swings wide. Ness trailing. They can't get the pass to him, and now it's Teddy Bluger on the zone entry. He leaves it for Nelson. Nelson tries to shoot it just inside the post. And what a recovery. Kaskasuo had to get in position to make another save, and he stopped a grade A, if you will. Kurth trying to find a way through the defender. Unable to. The puck turns over, and out comes Anderson Group the other way. Tradition with the last 3 goals, I think, is taking a 5-3 lead, and probably a good time for me to talk about Zahat puck. Nelson. Short pass. Oh, trying to drag it through his own legs and alter the angle of the shot was Teddy Bluger. It's a good place for any. Oh, Kurth tipped it. Fortunately for him, it went wide. Connor Kurth, long shift. He's going to be headed to the bench, I believe. Oh, they turn it over to Nelson. Nelson with the finish. Got the goaltender's legs open and goes 5-hole on Kaskasuo. Brock Nelson, unassisted, makes this a 5-4 game. That was a big goal. It stops the momentum. Turns the tide, if you will, as things were going against them to start this half. So Zahat puck, each bench has a goal lamp on it. And each coach has the ability to flip the switch, turn the goal light on, and when they do, for the next 2 minutes, any goal they score will count double. So in a 5-4 game, it's going to end up playing a role. When you have a one-sided game, it's significant because that might be the only chance for the trailing team to get back in it. If they could flip the switch and maybe score 2 goals, they could cut into that margin a lot quicker. But in a close game like this, oftentimes the hot puck scoring and defending. Oh, they got the goaltender down. Fashing couldn't quite finish. oftentimes a hot puck is very significant. For example, if there's only one goal, maybe that team's going to have the upper hand. Middlestat Myers. Myers plays Malinsky. Myers hits the post on the one-timer. Now Middlestat in the corner. Now Marooney. We got the M's. Middlestat, Myers, Marooney, and Malinsky. All four for the white tradition. Myers, click and drag, trying to pull it around the defender, but Mike Riley not fooled. Runs him over into the corner. Great job defensively by Mike Riley. Ness on the bounce. Myers rolls it over to Doctor. Shot gets knocked down and might have hit the roof, and now going to wait for both teams to finish up a little personnel shift, get some fresh legs out. And when they do, Hudson Fashing starts the play the other way. Stretch pass up to Hall. Becker over on the right-hand side. Turnover McLaughlin. It's a foot race. He's got Kurth tracking toward the goal. Instead, he tries to fit that one through the goaltender and then try to knock it in with his mitt. A couple saves made by Christian Manns. Justin Hall the other way. He's got Miller. Instead, plays it for a trailer. Riley. This is McLaughlin. Hits Kurth. Kurth tries a little saucer pass that's knocked down by Joey Miller. Up to Justin Hall. He goes rink wide. Becker on the bounce. Down low. Miller, he's got Hall in the slot. Couldn't quite get it over to him quick enough, and these gaps close quickly. Those little windows of opportunity quickly shut. Miller, counter move. Riley. Little hesitation move, change of speed. Turned to his forehand, took the shot, but that one hit the outside of the net. Cascasuo in great position. Becker, that's knocked down by Doctor. He rolls it up. Kurth, good puck possession by him. Couldn't keep the momentum going, but he wanted to make sure he didn't turn the puck over, and worked out very well. McLaughlin, I think Kurth was headed to the bench, but he wants to get the hat trick, so instead he coasted into the slot area. Now we expect Kurth to head off, and he does. Zone entry for Brock Nelson. Turns to his forehand. There's a shot that deflects wide. Picked up by Stucker. And played up the right-hand side. We got Myers and Malinsky out with Stucker. And this is Bluger the other way. Lizotte, the fourth player for tradition. He gets the steal. And what a nice spot pass for Myers to run up under. Gets to the top of the circle, little hesitation move around Anderson, and he tried to shovel that one in between the goaltender and the post. This is Malinsky, unable to finish. He runs back behind the goal line. Folks, 12 and a half minutes to go in this 23-minute half. We're coming up on the fourth quarter, if you will. Two halves, and we've got a good one here, 5-4 in the first of three. Night 5 of the Beauty League. Nelson all the way down behind the goal. Bluger pulls the trigger and fires it up over the crossbar. Play continues. Kept in by Middlestat. Two passes later, it's Bluger. I'm sorry, that's Riley, not Middlestat. Nelson. Bit of a guitar solo here for Brock Nelson. He's still got the puck on his stick. Trying to find a passing lane. Nothing opens, and it's knocked down. Myers brings it out to the neutral zone, where it's played over to Riley. He goes up the right-hand side. Teddy Bluger, the Latvian. He goes rink wide over to Nelson. Stucker with the intercept. Myers hits Lizotte. Lizotte, if I recall, Forest Lake, Minnesota. Was an LA King last year. Puck turns over. Myers stretches it out to Middlestat. Casey Middlestat shovels it up over the crossbar. Oh, the puck's in the slot, and it's buried by Ben Myers. I'm not sure what happened there, but Ben Myers didn't care. He says, I'm going to pick up that loose change, hammer it home. It is now 6-4. Tradition. I saw the save made by Christian Mans, but I don't know what happened to the puck. I don't think he does either. Next thing you know, it's on the doorstep, and he was committed. He was on the ground, unable to recover in time. Fashing, 6-4 the score. Middlestat can't get past Tufto. Now it's played over to McLaughlin. He gains the zone. McLaughlin, patient. It's Middlestat.
Goal scorer for Tradition, number 59, and Ben Myers. Assist to number 7, Casey Middlestat.
Myers from Middlestat's how that one goes in the books.
6-4.
Hall, Riley. So our public address announcer, Jim Carroll, is talking about it's a hot puck, just like I was. And, you know, best believe that will be a significant development when these two teams flip the switch. There's 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go in the second half. We play two 23-minute halves. 6-4 is the score. Marooney. Middlestat. Oh, he caught Riley flat-footed and can't quite finish. Oh, he got his own rebound. Casey Middlestat. Mans made the save. Middlestat followed it and took a swat with the backhand. 7-4 is your score. Tradition really starting to pull ahead. It was 3-3 at half. They now lead 7-4. And if memory serves, they trailed 3-2 at one point.
Number 7, Casey Middlestat. Single assist to number 9, Aaron Ness.
Ness gets an assist on the goal. Anderson, puck spits out. This is Blake McLaughlin in a foot race. Gets it over to Middlestat. He puts on the brakes and finds Ness back to Middlestat. Wasn't quite ready for it. Casey Middlestat over to Aaron Ness. Aaron Ness was just doing some math here. As they say in Europe, doing some maths. Mathing. Aaron Ness has to be one of the elder statesmen of the Beauty League. I'm guessing 33 or 34. 33 probably. Over to Becker. Everybody's on sides. Play continues. Nice pass down low for Joey Miller. Into the slot area for Becker, who follows his own rebound and shot the second one wide. Connor Kurth trying to win the battle against Miller. They hit Lazat. Here comes Kurth up ice. Doctor the trailer. Doctor. Shot deflects wide. Lazat. One hits the skate blade of Brock Nelson, who hits Teddy Bluger. Left for Riley, who enters the zone and now walks it down into the corner. Back to Brock Nelson. Bouncing puck. This one's poked away by Kurth. Kurth trying to win the battle. Can't quite get it away from Hall, but he does force Justin Hall to retreat two zones, back into his own end. And now he works out of the corner. The new Red Wing. Justin Hall leaving the Maple Leaves. And there's a nice tidy finish for Brock Nelson, makes it 7-5. You know, what patience and poise. Brock Nelson got the puck rolling toward the goaltender. Figured he would just coast and used his little one touch with the stick to get the puck flat. Got it settled, and once he had it the way he liked it, he got it past Kaskasuo before he could adjust. And that is just a beautiful play by Brock Nelson of the New York Islanders. Over to Lazat. In front of the benches, Malinsky, Stucker. Stucker leaves it for Lazat. Stucker! A little shovel backhand for the finish, denied. Huge save by Christian Mans. Nelson working against Malinsky. Hall comes in, picks the puck up on the wall. Riley. Out top. Violent Femmes plays over the loudspeakers. Nelson. Neutral zone regroup, Justin Hall. Beluga zone entry, works against Kurth, but he loses the puck and has to track it down in the corner. 6 minutes to go in regulation. 7-5 is your score. Mike Riley with a shot. This one hits the back glass and play continues. Bluger leaves it for Nelson. Nelson into the slot. Justin Hall finishes. Hall from Nelson. And don't go anywhere, folks. It's a furious comeback here for Anderson Group. They cut the margin to a 1-goal lead. They trail 6-7. We've seen this before in DBL action when you have those big contract NHL guys, the multi-year guaranteed contracts. A lot of pride at play. They come out here for a fun time and to get a good workout in, but when they get back pressed up against the wall, they seem to have another gear, and there's a good example. Justin Hall and Brock Nelson. Solid NHL, and Bluger's in on that goal as well from the Pittsburgh Penguins. So puck picked up by Myers. He's waiting for some help. Middlestat joins him. He's got Doctor trailing. Middlestat, he hits Doctor. Down low for Maroney. And in the slot, Myers tries to kick it from his beautiful footwork there from his skate blade to his stick blade. Maroney spin and shoot. Odin Tufto. So it's fun to watch. Maroney and Doctor are wearing black helmets. They're both on the roster with the University of St. Thomas in St. Paul, Minnesota, one of the newer Division I programs. And what Rico Blasi's doing over there, we should all pay attention to. They're going to be awfully good soon. It's Hudson Fashing. And I mention this because they're both transfers. Maroney last year was in this league with an Ohio State helmet, and Grant Doctor, I think Northern Michigan. Don't quote me on that. Zone entry, Justin Hall, top of the circle, trying to tie the game. Little hesitation. Oh, it takes a funny bounce off of Ben Myers, and then it hit Kaskasuo, stayed out of the net. Folks, we've got 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Neither team has used the hot puck, and we can expect neither team's actually standing there with a finger on the switch, so we can expect maybe the last couple minutes of this game to have both red lights on. Bouncing puck. This is Malinsky. He's got Myers with him. Myers working against Joey Miller. There's a slap shot. Jake Kranz walking by with a big smile. He's loving this close game Beauty League action. He does a lot of the work for the Beauty League to make sure everything works out. And game day operations and game day preparation. He does a great job. He should be smiling. Lazat, Malinsky, Ness. And they get the last pass over to McLaughlin. Everybody's touched it for tradition. Lazat plays Ness. Justin Hall out with Miller, Becker. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Neither team has flipped the switch. By default, it's going to be the last 2 minutes of the game. Yep, on the tradition bench. Rasmussen turns the light on. And over on the Anderson Group bench, I believe that's Taylor Chorney. So, point value's doubled here. Makes it unlikely we're going to have a tie game, which is disappointing because there's no popcorn shootout if we do. But you can go from a goal down to a goal up in a hurry here, and that's what Anderson is trying to do. Tradition clinging to a 1-goal lead. 90 seconds to go. 90 seconds to go. The Anderson Group at this point, goaltender in, but we'll keep an eye. Don't know if they'll bring Christian Mans to that. Justin Hall in the slot area. Rolls it out to the side. Here goes Mans. Riley across the blue line, working against McLaughlin. That shot hits Nelson in the stomach. He was trying to give the goalie a screen. Instead, he took the rubber in the chest. 1 minute remaining, folks. 1 minute remaining. Mike Riley across the blue line. He's got Bluger 5-on-4 to finish this one out. Bluger plays down for Nelson. Justin Hall, net front presence. Just adding up in my mind here, those NHL salaries. Some big money players out there trying to tie this game for Anderson. Can tradition withstand the pressure? They play this to Nelson. Down low. Fashing in the slot. Glove saved by Casimir Kaskasuo. And then he kind of sold the save. He didn't disappoint the fans. He made the save, and then he sold it. A couple people around me doing the same thing, so he sold that save. He'd already made the save, and then he just made the big rainbow move with that arm. Folks, there's 33 and a half seconds left. We got to stop clock because of the close game. Marooney wins the puck over to Kurth, who chips it out to the neutral zone. The clock is the enemy here of Anderson. 25 seconds to go as headed up ice. It's Mike Riley. Head of steam. He darts in through traffic, manages to maintain possession. 5-on-4 to close this one out. Justin Hall down low. Bluger. Shot deflected. Oh, what a blocker pad. Saved by Kaskasuo. 10 seconds. 8 seconds. Hall down to the corner. Out into the slaughter. Middlestad chips it to the blue line. And Connor Kurth pokes it to the neutral zone. Tradition holds on. 7-6. They are the victors. They run their record to 3-2. The Anderson group, they fall to 1-3-1. Let's hope the next game's half as good as this one. That was pretty exciting. We had a extremely fun game, and they're announcing the player of the game, which I think Jim Carroll, our public address announcer, said that goes to Sam Malinsky, trying to get Sam Malinsky to come over here. And Malinsky has left the building. They'll send him back out. Anyway, in case you're wondering how that works, the player of the game gets a puck. They skate over to the glass, throw that to the kids, and whoever catches it, they get a free pizza to take home. So they're trying to get Malinsky to come back out here. And boy, look behind that goal. We got Connor Kurth signing autographs. Mom taking a picture of him signing autographs. That's fun. That's awesome, right? That is awesome. Kaskasuo, kids want his stick. Fun stuff here from Braemar Arena. So I got to catch my breath. That was a thriller. I hope you guys stick around. We got two more. John Connolly here for Flo. Be right back after we resurface.